Hey everyone, hopefully your week is going really well. Now, recently I popped in on Primal and Noster and Geyser Fund, and I found actually a campaign recently about how EU regulators and the European Commission and all this stuff, they're trying to ban proof of work. Now, we all know there's been a lot of climate initiatives over the past couple of years. And with these climate initiatives, a lot of places are taking authoritarian measures to make sure that they can get to net zero. So this is a form of, overreach in my opinion, but it's also trying to establish financial control. So they're saying that Bitcoin or proof of work is an energy wasting mechanism. And while we do know that there's a lot of avenues in which you could use dirty coal, oil, and just kind of use the grid in the wrong way to mine Bitcoin. We also know that there's a lot of sustainable ways, such as solar, geothermal, volcano, etc., that could be used to also mine Bitcoin. And what I think we need to do as both Bitcoiners, but also as just individuals trying to promote better economic policy, is to say, hey, what do we want to see in the future? We want to see Bitcoin, but what ways can we make it more sustainable and more renewable? We already have seen it's a significant portion of Bitcoin being mined right now has shifted away from dirty coal. That is a good thing, and that a lot of that happened when we moved away from China. But what can we do to further that and make it better? And I think we all know, a lot of us know, that the stranded energy sources, leveraging those like we see in Bhutan, is a really good avenue to take advantage of. Now, the problem is this. If this ban were to pass in Europe, it would also likely trickle its way over to the United States, as we kind of fall in line on many different things. Now, we got to continue to speak up, continue to find alternative paths. And I know that Tesla, they added Bitcoin on their balance sheet, and they even made it so you can buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. They actually kind of said, you know what, no, we're not going to allow the buying of Teslas with Bitcoin because it's not proven that the miners are more than 50% sustainable and environmentally friendly. Well, ever since then, there's been a big push to kind of find avenues to make it more sustainable. Bottom line is this. We don't want to move from proof of work to proof of stake. We do not want to move from proof of work to a CBDC. These two alternatives are detrimental to the future of our world, in my opinion, because proof of stake, it's more of a continuation of the fiat Ponzi scheme we live in, and CBDCs are just a permissioned coupon that the government gives you. It's not a real money, and it's not a currency. It's a controlled digital prison. Now, we need to find ways to defend freedom, liberty, hard money, and what we can do is we can support causes that speak up against this, that speak up against how the European regulators and commissions are just trying to assert their dominance and assert their control to create this net zero agenda that will actually end up harming the everyday working person. Now, what can we do to defend liberty, freedom, and hard money? Well, we can also write to our politicians. We can protest. We can continue to opt out. We can stop supporting the causes that fund these politicians. We also need to see, what can we create? What companies can we create that Bitcoin miners can leverage that make it so they're using more renewable energies? There's a lot of products out there that can come out. So there's even the ocean mining, where if there's hot water, you can capture that. There's some really cool stuff out there, and I think we just need to keep an open mind, but can you continuously innovate, invest, and develop our existing infrastructure in a good way. Now, who do we want to be? That's who we got to ask. If we want to just kind of roll over and just say, you know what, fine, I will just take it, and I will just say, we got to stop using this proof of work tech. We need to move to proof of stake. That's not a good path. But I can see many people just saying that because they just want to do anything at all costs to just be 100% sustainable. And I'll tell you this, it's not much better because it's just more control and it's actually going to get away and reduce one's autonomy. Where do we want to go? What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to put the Geyser funding campaign for this defense against proof of work by the European Commission in the notes. I really encourage everyone to look at this because at the end of the day, we do not want to be controlled by a whole bunch of people that are kind of out for a different reason. We know they don't like Bitcoin, and because we know they don't like Bitcoin, they're going to do everything they can to try and stop it. And we really need to speak up because if we don't, it's just going to go away. So you guys let me know what you think. Do you guys think the government overreach is okay in regards to all this? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Anyways, feel free to like it, leave a comment. I'm curious on what you guys think. Anyways, have a good rest of your day.